Shalom, this is Bayadwa from HebrewGarments.com. Today I want to speak about Numbers chapter 15, verse 37 to 241. This is the law that Yahweh commanded the Israelites to wear fringes on the border of their garments. Now, that's a translation from the King James Version. I know many different versions say different things. So today I want to speak about what does the Hebrew say, because really that's what matters. It doesn't matter what the translators say. It doesn't matter what the Jewish people say. It doesn't matter what other camps say or congregations say. What does the Hebrew say in Numbers chapter 15, verse 37 to 41? That's what I want to speak about. And this first part is going to be about fringes, or TseyTsaTh, as the Hebrew word says. So I actually made a blog about this on my website. Go to HebrewGarments.com. I'm going to put a link in this video for you to go to it. But if you go to HebrewGarments.com, you can click on the information tab, and it's actually called "What is a TseyTsaTh?" Written in Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. And it's honest truth about TseyTsaThs. Now, you might wonder, how can I be honest when I have an opinion on how it's supposed to look? Well, I'm going to do my best, and I'm not gonna be partial to what I believe or what someone else believes. I wanna get into the nitty gritty on what does the Hebrew say, the word TseyTsaTh mean, and in other words. But this part one strictly about fringes or TseyTsaThs. So let's just go right into it. I'm going to reference my website a little bit because I put it there to help me. So the first thing, let's just read Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. Okay? Numbers 15, verse 37, and I'm going to say Yahweh instead of the word Lord, and the word Elohim, the word God, I'm going to say Elohim, which is God in Hebrew. So let's read. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of their borders a ribbon of blue. That's what the King James says. So this law is for all Israelites throughout their generations, and you're supposed to wear it on the border of your garments according to the King James. So what does TseyTsaTh mean? Strong Concordance, Strong 67 to 34, and I have that on my website. It says TseyTsaTh means tassel or a lock. So that's what they say it means. And some English translations actually do say tassel. Maybe a couple say lock, but usually it's tassel or fringes. But let's go to a different scripture so we could actually see, so we actually can get a better understanding. It's good to use another verse. I know a lot of Israelites and people who study the scriptures, they rely on a verse with another verse so we can get a better understanding of the word. Let's go to Ezekiel 8 and 3. And he put forth the form of a hand and took me by the lock of mine head. So the word lock is actually the Hebrew word TseyTsaTh. So they translate it to mean lock, which is probably a more accurate translation. So if Ezekiel 8 and 3 said TseyTsaTh of your hair, what does the TseyTsaTh of your hair look like? Well, actually, I'm wearing an example today. This is actually a TseyTsaTh. My hair is twisted. When my hair gets wet, all you have to do is go like this and dry a little bit, and it becomes a lock. If I wanted to make dreadlocks, all I got to do is not comb my hair, and this is instant dreadlock. I don't have to do anything. So as long as I don't comb it out with water and conditioner, this is staying, for life. But as you can see, if I go the other way, it doesn't come out. It goes right back. It goes right back. So it's locked in there. This is a TseyTsaTh. There's many different examples of TseyTsaThs for your hair. That's not it. Okay, this girl is wearing kind of a similar style to mine. It's like a coily TseyTsaTh. This one right here is maybe a Jamaican man wearing what some people call dreadlocks. It's locks. That's a TseyTsaTh of his hair. That's what a TseyTsaTh of your hair will look like. This woman is wearing like a coily TseyTsaTh, little sections of her hair twisted together. And this person is also wearing a TseyTsaTh. Probably, what many would consider dreadlock, but it's a lock. So that's what a TseyTsaTh of your hair is. Basically, it's sections of your hair twisted together, locked in. So then we have to assume that a tzitzit for your clothes, because, for example, people of color, usually Israelites, will have woolly hair, and the hair that's woolly, you twist it together, it becomes a lock. So a tzitzit with the tzitzit hair and a tzitzit garment, or fabric, is pretty similar. So I would definitely say that a tzitzit is a twist or a lock of sections of your fabric or your hair. That is a tzitzit. And so this is one tzitzit. We got 2, 3, 4. But really this one is a tzitzit on its own. Okay, so that's one tzitzit. Now, what does a tzitzit fabric look like? I took some pictures of some tzitzit fabrics. We have this right here. This is I might actually have a better example right here. This is a bullion fringe, and I might not be pronouncing it correctly, but this right here is a cotton fringe. It's twisted together, and it's locked in, kind of like my hair, but this is more like two sections of fabric. Two sections of fabric twisted together. And I'm actually going to show you how to do this. You can make your own fringes. That's a different video. That might be part 6 or something, but look out for it. I'm going to show you how to do this. I did purchase this one right here, but this is locks, basically locks of fabric, which people call fringes. But one of it by itself is one tzitzit. So this right here by itself, one of them is a tzitzit. We have another example. This fringe right here is sectioned off by knots. So I would consider each section a tzitzit. So 1 tzitzit, 2 tzitzit, 3 tzitzit, 4. So these are tzitzits. It's locked in. Let's see if I can get another example. I believe I have another one here. I have a nice white one. Where did that one go? Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay. Okay. This is another fringe that I have. Oh, is that the one I showed you already? I think that's the one I showed you. Okay, my bad. I already did show you that one. This is a different fabric. This one is a tzitzit. This is a not tzitzit. So perhaps maybe these ones are maybe better tzitzits, but the knot ones is definitely sectioned off, and it's definitely locked in there by the knot. Now, so then let's go back to the Jewish style tzitzits that they wear. Is that incorrect? Because their tzitzits, let me open one up right here on my website. If you can see that, their tzitzits, it's definitely knotted and twisted, and it's definitely locked. I would definitely consider the Jewish fringes a tzitzit. Okay? Now, what is not a tzitzit? Well, this is a fringe right here that I have, and I would say this is not a tzitzit. It's not locked in together, although it might be locked in together by this fabric on the top. But I mean, this is like this. I would probably say it's not a tzitzit, because there's no knots in it, if you could see. And here's another one that I have right here. These are not knotted in. Just kind of like a fray, it's fringes. Yes, these are fringes, but the Hebrew doesn't say fringes. It says locks. And this is a gold type of fabric. These are not locks. A lot of Israelites, they like to wear these gold ones, but I would definitely say this one is not a tzitzit. If you like gold and you really, are stuck on wearing gold, this is a nice gold one, which is locked, and those are twisted together. Those are locked. So if we're going to be technical according to the Hebrew, this is a lock and this is not a lock. Okay? So if you're going to wear fringes, make sure it's locked by a knot, by a twist, but it shouldn't be hanging loose, because according to the Hebrew word, it is a lock. And the Jewish style tzitzits, I'm only judging the one that they have. It does qualify as tzitzit. But I will say that it does not have to be that way. That's their custom, and it's fine. That's a custom. But if I decide to wear fringes like this, these are definitely locks, like my hair. That's not wrong. Yahweh did not tell us to make a certain number of twists and turns. The only thing I would say about the Jewish style tzitzits is that they're not wearing enough, and that will lead me to part 2. Does it have to be only 4? Or does it, or can you get away with 1? So part 2 is going to be called the truth about where to place your tzitzit. Is it on the corner or the hem? So the reason why they only have four tzitzits per outfit is because they think that the Hebrew word kanaf means corner instead of hem. So let's end this video and go to part 2. And I hope it was informational, and I hope I wasn't being partial or stuck on my side. I definitely think the Jewish style tzitzit, it's correct, but it doesn't have to be that way. According to the scripture, it doesn't give us guidelines on how many knots or what to do. That's just a preference and a tradition, which isn't illegal. You can have traditions, but if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you don't need to follow them. Okay, you can make your own tradition. Yahweh said to wear tzitzits. Get your own style, unless you want to follow them. You're free to do that too. Shalom.